In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders.
That's assault, man. That's assault, man. Break that up, man. Pop that chair, man. That's assault, man. That's assault, man. Break that up, man. Break that up. Pop that chair, man. These people are going to eject you from this line. That's assault, man. That's assault, man. It is. You cannot touch me like that. Oh, I will be telling you exactly what happened. Break that up, man. Man. These people are going to eject you from this line. That's assault. That's assault. We have video of her just touching. How did that go? I will. Excuse me. Ma'am. Excuse me. Break that up. That's assault. Excuse me. Ma'am. You cannot touch me like that. Break that up. Break that up. Break that. Break that. Break that up. Break that up. Oh, I will be telling you. Break that up. Break that up. That's assault. That's assault. That's assault. Break that. That's assault. Stop that chair here. We have video of her just. These people are going to eject you from this line. How did that show? I will assault. It is incredibly appropriate. I will. You cannot touch me like that. That's assault. Break that. Stop that chair here. Ma'am, you cannot touch me like that. It is incredible. That's assault. Break that. That's assault. Break that. Stop that chair. Ma'am. Stop that chair. Ma'am. Stop that chair. Ma'am. These people are going to eject you from this line. Break that. Break that. Break that. That's assault. Break that. Ma'am. Break that. Oh, I will. Ma'am. That's assault. That's assault. Oh, I will be telling you exactly what happened. Stop that chair. That's assault. Break that. Ma'am, that's assault. Ma'am, break that up. Ma'am, break that up. Pop that chair. These people are going to eject you from this line. That's assault. Ma'am, that's assault. Ma'am, it is. You cannot touch me like that. Oh, I will tell you exactly what happened. Break that up. Break that up. Ma'am, these people are going to eject you from this line. That's assault. That's assault. We have video of her just touching. How did that show? I will be. Excuse me. Ma'am. Excuse me. Break that up. That's assault. Excuse me. That chair. Ma'am. You cannot touch me like that. Break that up. Break that up. Break that. Break that. Break that. Break that. Break that. Oh, I will be telling you. Break that up. Break that. That's assault. That's assault. That's assault. Stop that. Break that. That's assault. Stop that chair here. We have video of her just. These people are going to eject you from this line. How did that show? I will assault. It is incredibly appropriate. I will. You cannot touch me like that. That's assault. Break that. Stop that chair here. Ma'am, you cannot touch me like that. It is incredible. That's assault. Break that. That's assault. Break that. Stop that chair. Stop that chair. Stop that chair. Ma'am, these people are. These people are going to eject you from this line. Break that. That's break that. Break that. That's assault. Break that. Ma'am, break that. Oh, I will. Ma'am. That's assault. That's assault. Oh, I will. That's assault. 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 Oh, I will. That's assault. 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 Oh, I will be telling you. That's assault. 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 Oh, I will be telling you exactly what happened. Stop that chair here. That's assault. Break that up. That's assault. That's assault. Oh, I will be telling you. That's assault. That's assault. Oh, I will be telling you. That's assault. 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 Oh, I will. That's assault. 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 mighty sharp. Oh, well, poor old Eddie loved the dead, dug up their grave, chopped off their head. He made them into clothes he could wear. Well, his works of art was all the darkest, red and evil, awful stars. He crafted him an outfit, debonair. It was a people suit, save my skin for people suit. Gonna wear it all over town. Gonna dig 'em up and skin 'em down and wear my people suit around. People suit is looking mighty sharp. Oh, well, Ed's design is so divine. Made people curtains, people wise. I'm sure that Martha Stewart would be proud. Well, his needlework go in berserk and whole dang world taught him a jerk. Go and he'll raise a glass and sing about. We're people suit, save my skin for people suit. Gonna wear it all over town. Gonna dig 'em up and skin 'em down and wear my people suit around. People suit is looking mighty sharp. Oh, they want to
Dude, it's been my favorite song for like a decade, Mooches. Do you want to hear it again? Should we just start it over again and wait for some kids to get in here? By the way, hello, everybody. Hello. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? I'm trying not to be too loud because the Prince Hugin is asleep very close to me. But I feel like we need to hear it again. I feel like we do. Clyde and Clem's Whiskey Business. I used to manage all these boys. All right, here we go.
Well, it puts the lotion on his skin, or else it gets the hose again. 1, 2, 3, 4. People suit, save my skin for people suit. Gonna wear it all over town. Gonna dig 'em up and skin 'em down and wear my people suit around. People suit is looking mighty sharp. Oh, well, poor old Eddie loved the dead, dug up their grave, chopped off their head. He made them into clothes he could wear. Well, his works of art was awful darkest, red and evil, awful stars. He crafted him an outfit, debonair. It was a people suit, save my skin for people suit. Gonna wear it all over town. Gonna dig 'em up and skin 'em down and wear my people suit around. People suit is looking mighty sharp. Oh, well, Ed's design is so divine. Made people curtains, people wise. I'm sure that Martha Stewart would be proud. Well, his needlework go in berserk and whole dang world taught him a jerk. Go and he'll raise a glass and sing about. We're people suit, save my skin for people suit. Gonna wear it all over town. Gonna dig 'em up and skin 'em down and wear my people suit around. People suit is looking mighty sharp. Oh, they want to I need a shovel and some scissors, boys. Dig 'em up, get 'em down, skin 'em down, and wear my people suit all over town. Dig 'em up and skin 'em down, and wear my people suit around. People suit is looking mighty sharp. Well, it puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again. It puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again. People suit is looking mighty sharp. People suit is looking mighty sharp.
You know, I'm thinking I do want to play How to Be a Real Man, but I'm also thinking that maybe I should show you guys one more Clyde and Clem. Oh, Jesus. Maybe I should show you one more Clyde and Clem song just to get you pumped, just as more people gather. Because today I have a very important episode. See, your dad did not realize he had the evening off. Okay. I thought I had a lot more work to do. Took me like an hour. Then I was like, okay, let's take a nap. Took a nap. Then I fucked around with your Aunt Deborah. Talked some shit. Okay. Turns out 100K in Pakistan's only like $400 or something. She's back. She's back on the internet. I don't know if you guys saw. She's back. She's back and she's bitchy. She's ready to get a little itchy. I'm talking about Giardia. Your aunt's back. Okay. She told me specifically, don't tell the kids that. Okay. Stop telling them that. Listen, she's fucking back, bitches. I think we need to celebrate. Absolutely. We're all big fat girls on the inside. Absolutely. Oh, Pakistan? They absolutely have, they have a YouTube. They have a YouTube. It's they have Pakistan standards and practices on their YouTube. Why am I beefing with a country? I'm not. We love Pakistan. We love them. See, Aunt Deb went there. Do you not know the story of Aunt Deb? She went to Pakistan. She gentrified it. She took some land. She took a husband. She got 100K. She got the fuck out. She's the Pakistani princess. I Pakistan her. I am the Pakistan to her Eminem. I will Pakistan up and fight for her. Absolutely adore her. Because she got what she wanted. And I'm proud of her, quite frankly. Also, I'd like to apologize to that guy Brian last night. Turns out I'm kind of a dick. I thought he was this troll that used to come in and spell really bad on purpose. Turns out he's a guy that's like, I think he's on like a lot of machines. And he's got a bit of a Stephen Hawking situation going on. And I didn't realize that. I thought he was being a dick. Turns out, real nice guy. I'm the dick. So I apologize to you, Brian. I will be sending you some merch. And I Pakistan you too, sir. And with that said, I will always apologize when I'm being a dick. And sometimes I won't because it's warranted. But with him, it was not. He's a very nice guy. That's my bad. That's my bad. Stevie Irwin is laughing at that because that's Stevie's friend. Sorry about that, Stevie. Pakistanalicious, absolutely. No one knows the story of Aunt Deb in Pakistan like I do. Pakistani say, wow, look at this knowledge of the pack. It's incredible. We love V. Dot. Okay, read that in Trump voice. Oh my God. We love you, V. Dot. I can't do it this morning. I can't. I need to vocalize it louder. And if I wake up the Hugin, he'll go Trump on me. He'll build a wall around me. And then he'll fucking banish me from the land. It's insane. Good morning, Noel. Good morning. Solid apology. Oh, I mean it. I mean every bit of it. If I could buy him a gift card for beer, I would. I would do whatever I could. I apologize, Brian. Fuck. And see, when you said Bri guy is the best, I thought you were saying bridge guy. And I was like, fucking Stevie. I love you too. My bad. I told Rock Chalk, I said, listen, you got to tell him I'm sorry. I will vocalize this on the next live. I had no idea the man couldn't like move his fucking fingers and shit. And I empathized because one of my friends who recently passed away, she had a hard time texting. Okay. And with that knowledge, that is my bad. I'm a fucking prick. Let me send you some sick ass merch. Let me send you a bumper sticker. Okay. For on your bed or whatever. What do you want? What do you want from me? Extort me. What do you want right now? Do you want a t-shirt? What kind of t-shirt do you want? I'll get you John Cena. I can't get you John Cena. I apologize. I can't get you John Cena, but I'll try. I'll fucking try, Bri. I need to unblock him. I need to figure out how to unkick this man. He didn't deserve it. Justice for Brian. Fuck me, right? I think I'm going to boycott myself for this. I'm pretty upset. That lady, I think, is a reporter who what? What did she do? Arnie's loving this. Everybody loves it. They love it when I fuck up. Me too. Who got rugged? Drugged or rugged? Those are very different things. Miss Pat. I love Miss Pat. It's an OB day stream. You're here for it. Extort me. Do what you need to do. Be my Pakistani lady. Come park out on my parents' lawn and demand my hand in marriage. I can't give it to you, just like the 19-year-old, but listen. You know what? You don't have to move. I'll come camp out on your lawn. You know what? I'm going to leave your lawn alone. I've done enough. I've done enough damage, Brian. I apologize. Fuck. Thanks for the opinions t-shirt. Still for sale. Still for sale. Fourth wall. At Fourth Wall, all the proceeds go to Uncle Frank. They all go to Uncle Frank and her hunt for a kidney. Also, please implore her to stop buying her own merch. It's very counterproductive. I'll just send her some. I don't know why she does this. I hope she's okay. I haven't heard from her in like 8 hours. Just kidding. She's probably finally sleeping. So do you always use middle people for your apologies? Absolutely. Absolutely. No, Brian's just not here. He's mourning because I fucked up. Do you know him, Giovanni's Pikachu? Can you apologize to him for me? Look, if I could always use a middleman, I would. Because it's tough. But to be honest, I just need to figure out how to unkick him. I think I know how. I think I know how. Pat, the Trump dance is a funny. Oh yeah, eating the dogs, eating the cat. Melissa unbooted him. Melissa knows. Melissa knows. Pakistani dishes. Love that. Free my boy Brian. Free Brian and free Billy Tibbetts. We're going to get free Brian shirts. Okay. Don't over apologize. There's a 70%. I'm pretty sure I will block him again. If he's the same Brian that was doing that last time when I fucked up and apologized, because history repeats itself with me. I forget all the time. I've had a lot of concussions. So who knows? We may have done this dance before. I don't fucking know. Half the time, I don't know who the fuck I'm talking to. I don't really care. It's just fun to be on the internet. Drugged? Oh no. What reporter got drugged? Yikes. I'll look it up, Noel. I'll look it up. We don't extort each other. Well, fuck. I'm colting wrong. This stream is sponsored by Rug. Okay. You're alive in the day. Good. Excellent. I'm very excited. Okay. I'm going to play you guys another Climb Club song. I'm going to play you another Climb Club song. Oops. I'm going to play you one of my favorite Climb Club songs. I think it's a good one for the mood today. And I think it's going to pick everyone up. And we'll play it. And then when we get about 50 people in here, we're going to start. Because your dad did something great. Okay? I've been thinking about doing this for a while. And I'm proud of myself. It's probably not that big of a deal. It's probably not that great. 1 million people have probably done it. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Okay? Thank you, Paul. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Paul. Thank you for gifting 5 Oblivious Benson membership. Guffaw. Thank you, Mia. I love your Calvin and Hobbes fucking picture. That's my favorite. It actually does symbolize Calvinism and the thoughts and views of Thomas Hobbes. It's very good if you're a Lincoln Douglas debater or your child is, to use Calvin and Hobbes as a metaphor for all of the original Western philosophers. I salute. We're going to dance today. Okay? Okay? And don't worry. We're going to, you are Uncle Frank's street team, and we appreciate you, Nanny. We appreciate you. I will get you an Extort Me shirt. I will star that, and I will get you an Extort Me. We'll get you that. Extort me, report me, as long as you tort me. That can be a legal pun, or it can be about a pastry. I don't fucking know anymore. Listen, we're going to listen to a song that's going to get you guys really fucking pumped as fuck, okay? We're going to do, this one's really good. This one's really good. And I feel like maybe one or two of you might. Drunk Driving is a really good song. It really is. Hold on. I think we're going to do this one because I don't see. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's the full. Okay, listen, I'm just talking to myself at this point. Let me find it. Okay. We're gonna play some music. We're going to play some music today in between skis. In between skis, all the stuff we have to do. And I'm going to make you a little side playlist. Hits from the Bong is a really good one. So I'm sitting here stoned. This shit's pretty good. I'm very proud of these kids. Very proud of these boys. Okay. I feel like this is good. Okay, I'm going to play you guys a little Klein Club's whiskey business. I know you believe in Joe Hendry. I'm very proud of you. What the fuck, Mia? Moneybags fucking Mia over here. Mia, you believe in Joe Hendry and Ernie Birdie? Goddamn. Okay, listen to what I did, kids. I took the motions hearing, and you know how the courtroom is like insufferable, and I did this for you, Mia, for that $10. Thank you. Thank you. Extort me, contort me. I did this for you. Bending over backwards for you kids. That's what I'm trying to say. Listen, I took the motions hearing, and I said, let's just do something I wanted to do for a long time, but I didn't really see the need because, you know, most of the time, people are watching this trial live so that they can be the first to get to shit. Okay, I get that. So they're going to go with whatever audio, Law and Crime, and all of them fucking use. Okay, and most of the time it's fucking insufferable, right? Because it's fucking terrible. Courtroom audio is historically bad. It is historically meant to be like a dog whistle, but I mean that in a bad way. Like how I'd imagine a dog would be annoyed by a high-pitched sound that you're just fucking screeching at him. Like that's what when they get too close, go like it's like, what the fuck are we doing here? Turn that shit the fuck down. I can hear Jen's tooth clicking. It's a nightmare for people who have, what was it, the misophonia? It's just hard to deal with. I can't handle the sound of their saliva every 2 seconds. I have a hard time with my own, just hearing my own voice on this shit. So what I did was I said, listen, I can usually clean up 1 to 4 hours of audio in an hour or 2 if I'm not doing anything else. Because my computer's acting slow as fuck lately because I'm almost full on space, okay? I got terabytes, all right? So I'm sitting here going, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to clean it up, even though it's a day late, $1 short. Fuck it. Let's see if we can make this sound less insufferable. That way, when we discuss it and listen to it, we don't have to hear all the bullshit. And also, let's enhance it so everybody is the same volume, okay? Because I'm tired of having to strain for some people. Like Lally was a fucking nightmare, okay? And if we're going to go that far, let's also speed this thing the fuck up, okay? Because it's not the apology line. We're not trying to like sit there and listen to everybody's fucking tone, okay? Let's just get this fucking going like a New York bagel shop. We have places to fucking be, people. I like that mentality. So I took it, I sped it up like 1.25. It's actually 1.19 if we're being a fucking dick about it, but that's how fast it sounded to where it wasn't losing the chutzpah of the fucking trial. Like we can still establish some tone, but it's kind of giving them a little kick in the dick. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting there going, well, if we're gonna fucking do all this, let's just cut out the silence. Okay. Let's cut out all the times when it's just beep, 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 or fucking ceiling fan. Let's cut out the audio and video of that shit. But if there's background noise and there's people talking, like in the background, we might want to be a little SnoopyDupa. So let's also not delete it. But let's cut that. Let's put it to the side. Let's put it in its own thing. And I'll make a fun compilation of all the times people were being sneaky and talking shit in the background. But we don't need it in our trial footage, right? So then let's take that, let's compress it, and let's like get it down to the fucking gabagool without editing anything out that is substance or contextual. So basically, anytime they are speaking on the record, it's fucking there. All of it. All of it. Bev size, of course, we're going to leave those in. Did I enhance them? Absolutely, I enhanced them. Anytime AJ was being sassy, did I give him a little kick in the dick, turn him up a little? Yes, I fucking did. Okay? If somebody whispers, yeah, absolutely. If somebody goes shh too hard, or maybe they click something, or maybe there's a squeak or a pop, did I turn it down dramatically so it's not cracking in your earbuds? Yes, I did that. Yes, I did that. So it's nice, it's pretty. And did I get rid of the background fuzz so it doesn't sound like a 1980s fuzzy fucking nighttime R-rated channel fucking nightmare? Yes, I did. I fixed that. So I did that. And I'm going to show you an example of it. And then we're going to go over some things that Maze Bees I heard on there that I thought, that's assault or that's wrong. Yes, all the merch purchases for Frank's shirt. Frank's shirt that says thank you for all the opinions. And the hoodie. So those go to Frank. All the others go to my fucking taxes, which are going to be fucked this year. So I'm just being honest with you on that. Whatever merch sales be on Frank's shirt, that's going to fucking taxes, okay? Because I think Carrie warned me about that. I didn't fucking listen, okay? So now I got to fucking make that shit up. So that's going to happen. But also, I am matching the donation and sending it to Frank out of my own fucking pocket because I love Frank. And is she going to buy menthol cigarettes with it? Probably. But if that's what fucking fixes a kidney, that's what we got to do. I don't fucking know. She could gamble with it. I don't know. I just know whatever makes her happy and keeps her alive, okay? So, we are going to absolutely play that footage so you can hear the difference, okay? And so that maybe it doesn't sound so bad. And then if you guys like that, if it's not so bad, we'll just start fucking doing that from now on. I'll start cleaning up the footage within an hour or two of the trial ending. I'll put it out on YouTube and I'll be like, look, there's no fucking fuzz in the background. There's no loud clicks. There's no annoying fucking bullshit that you got to wade through. All the long silences are down and compressed. Everything's fucking nice and pretty. You don't have to listen to this terrible fucking audio. Everything is the same fucking level and it's all enhanced and it's all amplified. And I did not destroy the integrity of the fucking courtroom audio. It's just there and it doesn't sound fucking terrible. Okay. Like it's on a fucking old cassette and a shitty 85 Dodge Ram. Like I want it to sound decent. Here you go. And I'm going to put it out fucking royalty free here. Everyone fucking take it, because if other creators will use that shit, then I don't have to listen to the shitty audio later when I listen to them. A blessing to our ears. So I'm going to show you that after I show you this Clyde and Clem shit. What the fuck is up, Larry? What the fuck is up, Larry? I see you, Larry. Is this your homework, Larry? Is this your fucking homework? The Pakistani auntie is back. She got her land. She got her 300 USD, 10 million fucking Pakistani dollars. She's got her fucking husband. And by the way, here's, you know what? My membership doesn't fucking deserve you. That is is that a drone loads bot? Okay, listen. Ain't no integrity in these parts. Okay. Another thing I fucking did for you kids. I drank 4 iced coffees. I chugged half of a disgusting Red Bull because I fucking hate energy drinks. And I went fucking ham. Okay. I went full fucking pork product. I started going on a hunt for all of the policy and procedure. And I started fact checking everything. Frank, fucking not Frank. I would never do that. I would never fact check your Uncle Frank. I believe everything she says. Started fact checking Hank Brennan. And I went through and I made a comprehensive list of all of Massachusetts procedure and policy, including a massive study that just came out a year ago on exactly how to file requests for public information in the state of Massachusetts and why things are fucked, wonky, and weird, according to a shitload of lawyers who did a study on why things are wonky and weird there. I also included a shitload of different references for different police stations' policy and procedure, especially when it comes to evidence and handling a crime scene. And that includes literally how long they legally have to preserve data, which, by the way, it's not 30 days, it's 180 days at minimum. Oh my God. Where the terabytes of data go, according to Police Chief Magazine, when that process started in 2018 and why they did it and how they store the data and how you can't compress a file into this, but you can put it over here in this bucket, and also why you shouldn't download stuff on your private shit like that one sergeant did. And also all of the not just Canton, all of the select board policy and procedures, because Massachusetts as a state says everything has to be the same. You all have to follow this. And as long as your minimum is this, you can stack on rules, you can stack on policies and regulations, but they have to go through this process. And also there's a bunch of ethical obligations that you basically swear your fucking Christ given life to and your soul to, as if you were on fucking Sea Org, and Zeno is looking you in the face saying Tom Cruise sent you. And they say in those policy and procedure handbooks for the select board, as stated by the Massachusetts State Police, and policy and procedure documents at the municipal level, it says, hey, you can't do what you guys are doing in Canton. Like there's actual paperwork that's like, you shouldn't do this. Like it's almost as binding and almost as rigid and unflinching as like how, you know, a lawyer is not supposed to breach their client's trust, and how, like, you know, you have to hand over exculpatory evidence. Like there are policies set forth that say, hey, don't fucking do that, Bob. And Bob be doing it. Yikes. So anyway, it has all the processes as to why shit's fucked up and wonky. I just have so many documents. And so instead of like going through all of them a fuckload of times, I'm just going to show you what each one is. I did put it in a big fucking list, and I am going to make that publicly available for everyone, but I am going to put it as an add-on to this month's OSINT cheat sheet, which you get if you're like one of the 3rd and up tier members. I don't fucking know anymore. It's in my membership list. Yes, I did notice that. She said it was statewide, but here's the thing. It is statewide, and it is way longer than 30 days. But it's also more of a minimum. So they can make it longer, but they can't make it shorter. And also, he said something else. Brennan, he said in his 30 years, okay, of practicing law or whatever, he said that he has never heard of a motion to preserve evidence beyond 30, 60, or what is it? No, 24 hours, 48 hours, or 30 days, or whatever it is. I think the longest he said was like 180 days. But here's the thing. That's fucking weird. That's weird because I found 27 cases in Canton alone where it was way beyond that before someone filed a motion to preserve evidence. And I picked out 3 to show you. But like, it kind of happens all the time. And it kind of happens there all the time. So I figured I'd show you that because lies. And also what's crazy is that during the Whitey Bulger case, which I hate to keep bringing up, but come on, Hank filed no motion for preservation. He said that that was all inclusive with his motion for what was it? Oh, I don't remember. It was I have it written down somewhere. It was a motion for discovery or something like that. Motion for, I don't remember exactly what it was called. It was a different motion. He called it something else. Wait, I do have it written down because I looked it up. Sorry, there's a lot to memorize. I need to find the exact one. Oh yeah, it was a motion to disclose. So in his motion to disclose for Whitey Bulger, which was also like 3 years after, and in the appeal, and also in the original trial, after the first public defender and then the second public defender, he became the third public defender. And at that point, then he threw a big hissy fucking fit about the motion to preserve and claimed that it was all inclusive in the motion to disclose. So I thought that was kind of weird. But also, what was really weird was I was looking at the cost. Do you know how much they spent before they even like got to the actual trial, the gabagool, on Whitey Bulger's trial, or on his pre-trial shit? Like, basically until September of the following year, they spent $2.6 million, with the bulk of it going to Brennan and the other attorney. I think it was Connolly. Like, that's fucking crazy. No, it was 2.67 million was the final tally. And then they did the trial. And here's the thing. He said up front that regardless of anything, the goal is to basically put the feds on blast, and that he didn't actually intend on defending his client as if he didn't do anything, because his client, like, he basically said this, like, his client was like, no, I fucking did it. Like, he even said he'll even admit to murders that he didn't do, like, which is crazy. Like, you're not supposed to want that, but okay. And that's the thing, is that he sat there and he said, listen, my client, okay, admits to his participation. Like, so with all that said, knowing this guy's a murderer, he still defended him like he would his own brother. He takes his calls in the middle of the fucking night, but Karen can't call her fucking mom. That's fucking crazy. Okay. He still asked for 6 additional attorneys to help him out, paid for by the taxpayers, and then pissed and moaned when he got 5. And he asked for almost $250,000 for all of the evidence to be transcribed. Which honestly, that I'm not that mad at, because when you look at the amount of evidence, like, it's a fuckload. But here's the thing, that evidence was all preserved flawlessly by the FBI. And the one little thing, which was like a list in a safe that they can't even prove really existed, that had Whitey on the witness list, that's the thing he threw the biggest fit about. But like, he still admitted my client did all that, so it was kind of pointless. And he still wanted to hire on extra staff, and he claimed that it would take over a year for everybody to go through all this fucking footage. He did get the trial prolonged, by the way, and he made a shitload of money on it. Basically, his budget was up before it began. And he had to be paid after that. And he actually at the time was paid half as much as now. So if that's what it took for Whitey, and even though it was a bigger task, the guy admitted to it, right? He's now fighting against Karen, and he's using a lot of logic and reason that goes against everything he stated in the past. And I just think it's kind of fucked up. So anyway, I'm going to show you a bunch of that stuff. But first, let's watch some of this because you guys are going to like this song. And I think that it's going to get us really pumped. Here we go. You're going to love this. Let's get pumped. And then I will show you the footage. And I will show you all the fuck shit involving Hanky. Okay, here we go. This is Clyde Clem's whiskey business.
Condoleezza.
Rice! She ain't got no, yes she does. Oh, no she don't. Oh, yes she does. I'm satisfied with that gal. And she don't wear no. Oh, yes she does. Oh, no she don't. Oh, yes she does. I'm satisfied with that gal. She got a great figure like them pretty teeth. Ooh, I love this people dibble chair. What a smile. Oh, what a mama she is bad. Well, will she let me? No she won't. Oh, yes she will. Oh, no she won't. I'm satisfied with that gal. She ain't got no, yes she does. Oh, no she don't. Oh, yes she does. I'm satisfied with that gal. And she don't wear no, oh, yes she does. Oh, no she don't. Oh, yes she does. I'm satisfied with that gal. She got a great big legs and pretty teeth. Ooh, what a double chair. What a smile. Oh, what a mama she has been. Oh, will she let me? No she won't. Oh, yes she will. Oh, no she won't. I'm satisfied with that gal. Moving down my hall. I go shivers, everyone got it now. Well, dang, 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 oh shit, fuck, dang, oh dang. Diggity dang, who'd it do? Ooh, I stink is a band for the night. Oh, I don't know what it is, I don't know what it's down. Put it out, out, wow. I'm satisfied with that gal. I'm satisfied with that gal.
Okay, I'm going to play one more because it's short. And then I'm going to show you all the boring stuff. Are you ready? Get fucking hype.
There's sinners sinning, men lying, women cheating, babies crying, and it's a goddamn shame I had to get this way. Think of every angry lord and have something to say about stores full of porn, courts for abortion, lesbian whores want more abortion. If you read the good book like my grandma say, you know it don't gotta have to be that way. Kill them all, just like Jesus said. Like Jesus said. Grab a torch and a pitchfork, join the mob. Gonna crucify some atheists and teenage moms. Kill them all, just like Jesus would. Like Jesus would. Gonna have us some good old American fun and get down to the killing till the killing is done. Kill them all. Everywhere I look, it's a total disgrace. China launching communists up into space. Immigrants are breathing up all of our air. Lady Liberty's tearing out all of her hair. If you heard it on the radio or watched the news, you know America's going straight down the tube. Sin is like a cancer robbing us from within. Gotta light the holy fire up to cleanse it again. Kill them all. Just like Jesus said. Grab a torch and a pitchfork, join the mob. Gonna crucify some atheists and teenage moms. Kill them all. Just like Jesus would. Gonna have us some good old American fun and get down to the killing till the killing is done. Kill them all. Kill them all. Oh, kill them all. Well, kill them all. Oh, they'll slay them and slay them alive. Oh, stick their blood heads upon a pie. Oh, kill them all. Kill them all. Oh, kill them all. We'll kill them all. No, let's fire up that old electric chair. I want to smell the nasty stench of burning hair. Oh, kill them all. Kill them all. Just like Jesus said. Like Jesus said. Grab a torch and a pitchfork, join the mob. Gonna crucify some atheists and teenage moms. Kill them all. Kill them all. Just like Jesus would. Like Jesus would. Gonna have us some good old American fun and get down to the killing till the killing is done. Kill them all.
All right. I gotta admit something. I was killing time while this shit finished compressing. But it's done. Also, in case the sarcasm is lost on anyone and I get shit for it later, just so you know, it's a parody band. It's a gimmick. And they are literally ripping apart and ridiculing the far right in America back in like 2016, 2018. It was a long ass fucking time ago. The point is, it's a goof. It's a joke. They don't actually want to kill them all. They're characters that they play. Because they're all from East Texas and they're all very liberal and gay. So that's fun. And yeah, it's the Commonwealth Snoop theme song. It's basically making fun of the people who are like, we gotta fucking, we need to kill them because they're out there fucking killing babies. Fucking hilarious. Love them. Yeah, they broke up. But they do reunite every year to go back and play at our preferred spot in Austin, where they played every Tuesday night for many years, for like 7 fucking years. And I went to almost all their shows when I was managing them, and then before and after, because I just adore them. And they reunite once a year at Hole in the Wall, and it is awesome. It is fucking awesome. I am so sorry about Ollie. Praise Ollie. Poor thing. 21 is a good long life, though. Jesus. We had a cat live to 21. That thing was hacking up all kinds of shit. Love that cat, though. Biscuit. Very good kitty. Sweet kitty. Okay. So here's what I want to show you today. All right. I want to put on a little bit of the motions hearing. Just like 2 minutes. Because I want to show you the difference between this audio and the cleaned up audio. And I want to see if you guys think, just whoever's here, I don't need a huge study group to pull from, but do you, yeah, I've performed there. I do the roast battles there. There's a couple of videos up on Instagram and YouTube of it. The one where I battled Trey Pack is my favorite. And a guy named Matt Bellick. That one's fun. And Casey Rocket is really fun too. That one was insane. Okay. So, and also, yes, very sorry. 21 is insane. 11 and no teeth and diabetes. I mean, our cat was all fucked up and that thing lived forever. She was such a sweet little baby. Okay. I'm going to show you the difference between this audio, and I want you guys to let me know, is this the type of thing that you want to see? Like, as the trial goes forward? Yeah, it'll be like an hour or two after the trial airs, but is it worth it? Do you think that it's something that could help with like cleaned up, nice audio? And I'll show you the difference so you can see for yourselves and you tell me. Okay? Because it really bothers me. And I don't know if it bothers other people the way it bothers me, but it fucking bothers the shit out of me. And I don't like hearing shitty audio. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is just a little bit of the background fuzz. You can hear it's like, psh. Okay. Then we're going to go forward a little.
30 days.
Let's just hear him.
What? How could that possibly be? So the expert calls me. Mr. Jackson, what do you want to do? And I said, I don't know.
Now we're going to hear Hank a little bit.
The defense, so they should know that as well. That may be one reason why they wanted to come out. They came out on their own volition.
So you hear how Hank's a little bit lower almost than AJ, and I think it has to do with the microphone being down at their fucking armpit while everybody else's is up inside of their throat. So now I'm going to show you the cleaned up audio, and you can kind of hear the fuzz in the background, okay? You can definitely hear the fuzz in the background. So let me present to you. I'll do the whole window. Okay. Let's see. We'll do this one. Okay. And here is the cleaned up audio. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Morning, Aaron McLaughlin for the Commonwealth. Good morning, Mr. McLaughlin. Good morning, Mr. Riley.
Good morning, Your Honor. Hank Brennan for the Commonwealth.
Good morning, Mr. Brennan.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jackson Retreat.
Good morning, Mr. Jackson.
Good
morning, Mr. Tinetti. Good morning, Ms. Reed. All right. So to start, I'm going to start with the Commonwealth's motion to exclude defense witness Richard Green's debunked opinion.
That's weird. Why does it sound echoey? Hold on. Did I hit a button? Hold on 1 second. It's not echoing at all for me. Oh, shit. I wonder if it's the media player. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me try that again. Let me try it again. Share audio tab. Share a tab or screen instead. Okay. Well, that's what I'm fucking doing. Also share the audio. Okay. Let's try it again. Let's try this again. Hold on.
So, after review of the pleadings, it's clear to me that the issues that give rise to the dispute do not invoke the gatekeeper function of the court. To me, it's rather a difference of opinions that need to be resolved by the jury. So I'm denying the motion. I'm not going to exclude the evidence. All right. So then I think what I'd like to move to is the...
God damn it. God damn it. It's all an echo. Fuck me. All right, here's what I'm going to do. That was a bust. First of all, it's not echoing at all on my end, so I think it has something to do. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. I did hit a button. But I don't think that should affect it. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to download this onto... I'm just going to download this onto my... Hold on 1 second, guys. Please hold. Please hold. Let me... I'm going to pop up a little Baby Brian real quick, and we'll play some old school Tal Jams. Give me 1 moment.
Ma'am. That's assault. Ma'am. That's assault. Ma'am. Rape. Ma'am. Drop that chair. Ma'am. That's assault. Ma'am. That's assault. Ma'am. Rape. Ma'am. Rape. Drop that chair here. These people are going to eject you from this line. That's assault. Ma'am. That's assault. Ma'am. It is. You cannot touch me like that. Oh, I will be telling them exactly what happened. Ma'am, these people are going to eject you from this line. That's assault. We have video of her just touching. How did that show? I will be. Excuse me. Ma'am. Excuse me. That's assault. Excuse. Drop that chair. Ma'am, you cannot touch me like that. Oh, I will be telling them. That's assault. Drop that. That's assault. Drop that. That's assault. Drop that chair here. We have video of her just touching. These people are going to eject you from this line. How did that show? I will be assault. It is incredibly inappropriate. I will. You cannot touch me like that. That's assault. Drop that chair here. Ma'am, you cannot touch me like that. It is an incredible. That's assault. That's assault. Drop that chair. Ma'am, drop that chair. Ma'am, drop that chair. Ma'am, these people are going to eject you from this line.
Okay.
That's
Okay, I think I know what we have to do.
That's assault. Ma'am.
Well, I'm super pissed about it, but whatever. All right, here's what I got to do. I got to upload it because when it plays through Media Player, it does produce an echo. I just went back and heard it on my phone, and that is not what it sounds like from me. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just upload it to Google right now, and I'm going to play through the regular trial stuff, and I'm going to start it where I was going to anyway, which is at the beginning, but I am going to put it on 1.25. It should take me about 3 minutes, and I do apologize, and then I will come back and I will go through the shit I found about policy and procedure for you guys and some of the interesting things. And let me just, there we go. Let me just put this on for you, and I will be right back because I can't let things go and I'm insufferable. So here we go.
Some odd dollars of Miss Reed's money and fly an expert out to Canton for absolutely no reason. Zero. The 30-day override protocol is something that their technician absolutely would have and should have and did know before we ever set foot in Canton. She was well aware of exactly why we were going out there. We were going out there to download footage from 3 years earlier. She knew it. We knew it. Mr. Brennan knew it. Everybody knew it. But within 10 minutes of walking in the door, it was revealed that there, in fact, was no footage. And that's a fact that the Commonwealth had to have been aware of for the last 3 years. Yet Karen Reed is the one having to foot the bill for what turned out to be just a snipe hunt. It's not fair, and the Commonwealth should reimburse her for this fool's errand that was not of our making, of her making. The Commonwealth has since told us, Mr. Brennan told us that remarkably, he went to Canton PD, and this is in his opposition paperwork in his declaration, and he spoke with some officer. And that officer told him that he, the officer, personally made a copy of the entire January 29th video footage and placed that copy in some sort of an iCloud account. Not on the DVR system, not in the official data bank in which it's supposed to be stored, but on some iCloud account. And we're finding out about this in 2025. It's outrageous. What it is this entire situation surrounding this DVR and the Commonwealth's maintenance of that DVR and the footage on it is a complete dumpster fire. And Ms. Reed has to pay for the fire extinguisher. And that's not fair. The High Court and the Committee for Public Counsel, the same case that I referenced a little bit earlier, and the court will know this because this was sort of the big takeaway from that case is Justice Gaziano fashioned a cost-shifting remedy against the Commonwealth and for the defense. And that included the entire cost of investigating and locating and contacting nearly, I think it was 10,000 defendants. It was an enormous amount of money and an enormous undertaking. And the Commonwealth had to foot that entire bill. And the reason they had to foot the entire bill is because the Supreme Court decided that it was prosecutorial discovery violations and cost-shifting remedies were in order. We're asking absolutely no more than that from this court. Fairness dictates that Ms. Reed be reimbursed. And I'll submit, Your Honor.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, so heads up. I know you guys are like much better, but this is the actual Law and Crime feed. I am uploading the cleaned up one now. That should be done soon, but I'm uploading it to an unlisted link on YouTube so I can show it to you that way because there seems to be no other way. And if it's not done by the time we are done, then I will just air it on the channel later. I am going to, while that is going, let me see, we are at 12%. Okay, great. I want to show you, we will walk through that a little bit later, depending on how long it takes. But I want to show you a couple of things that I found. Uh-oh. What is going on here? StreamYard is fucking up today. Uh-oh. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay. It's fucking up big time. It's fucking up. I want the world to know. Yeah, that is a fake picture. All of the data in it shows that it's fake, just like the last group, and it's also highly pixelated and looks terrible. Yeah, Hank threw that on a cloud account, which is also in the policy and procedures not to do. So I find that very interesting of him. So here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to show you some of the things that I found on my little hunt last night that I thought were very interesting. Okay. Okay. So let me go ahead and pull up. Here's the first one. Okay. I am going to share this tab instead. Okay. And I'm going to make it big for you guys. And I'll make myself a little. Okay. Here we go. So, oh, good. It says that. Can you guys still see my screen? Can you see everything? Because it says that you can't. It says that I lost screen share connectivity. I think I can, though. I think you guys can see. Okay, so what this is this is the Massachusetts state government's digital evidence guide. Okay, so I do have links to everything I'm about to show you, and they are in a comprehensive list that I am going to provide both to you guys under the video, and I'm going to provide it on Twitter, and I'm going to I'm going to add it to an OSINT cheat sheet that we keep for certain levels on the membership tier, which is, if you want to get it, it's, I think, the third membership. You'll see it. It says that. And when you get that, we add 10 links every month, but I've been adding 15 or 20. I've been going ham to help you with open source intelligence and public records and FOIAs and different places that you can get all kinds of cool data. So this is going to go under a Karen Reed trial tab, and it's going to have everything that you need to debunk Hank in his bullshit. So one of the things that I was very interested in is how Judge Beverly said 30 days is the state minimum. And then I noticed that AJ said something very specific. Jackson said, when we sent the expert over there, and he says it in this footage from the motions hearing, he says, when we sent the expert over there, we didn't know their policy on overriding, which meant that basically the attorneys didn't know that the policy for overwriting data in Canton Police was 30 days. In fact, they had just found it out while they were in trial because that is what the Commonwealth said. So believing what they said, it does seem like they were duped because it's actually 180. And I thought, is that just for body cam? No. It's for everything. In fact, there's very strict rules for the state and for every specific police department, which I included. I included Worcester and a couple of other police departments, Canton themselves, Boston, and what their policies and procedures say for not just body cam, not just outside CCTV, not just any CCTV or digital evidence in any case, but the specific municipal government buildings and the police departments themselves, CCTV, including that overlooks evidence. So I thought that was very interesting. And what the preservation policies exactly are. And I thought, well, just in case there's a weird fucking loophole, it's Worcester? Okay, Worcester. just in case there's a weird fucking loophole. I was like, let's look at the local level, the state level. Let's look at all the fucking levels. Then I started looking at the select board and what they have the power to do, and whether it's kind of not cool that homie is voting on his brother, and whether or not like his brother's department that's kind of actively trying to cover up a murder, like should have access or the ability to videotape shit that could put them in check. I thought that check and balance was kind of fucked up, and I found out, turns out I was right. It's pretty fucked up according to their public policy. So there's also an interesting thing. They try to hide their policies and procedures departmentally from everyone all the time. So a school had to actually do a study on how exactly to get those public records from them. Like a university full of students, like graduate students, had to create an entire situation where they go in balls deep to figure out, how do we find every fucking police policy and procedure record in the state of Massachusetts, and why is it so hard? And they made a fucking breakdown of exactly how you should do it, because they so commonly practice fucking people over, undermining people, or holding back information because something is not filled out right. Like a school had to put money or take money from a grant and put money into and invest time into creating a study to figure out why the cops are refusing to give fucking information that should be publicly available. Students had to invest their time in figuring out how to do paperwork to a standard that is not upheld across the board statewide. And that's fucked up. Like, I've never seen anything like it in my 30 years. Fucking hang chill. Okay, so here's the first thing. The first thing is, I was looking at all of the records and what they need to preserve and why. And this is according to, up here, this is the Massachusetts Digital Evidence Guide. Now, this was last updated March 2023. It is a project of the Criminal Bureau Digital Evidence Laboratory Appeals Division. Okay. And they did this so that they could figure out, what is appealable and what is not. And it's from the Office of the Attorney General, Ms. Andrea Joy Campbell. Okay. So it gives you all the contents of, this is how you fucking handle digital evidence. And it goes through everything. It goes through CSAM, warrantless search and seizure, the procedures for everything, how to fucking maintain, how to disseminate, how to fucking preserve, what is good and what is bad, stuff like that, So what I thought was interesting was software programs used in investigation, where they literally go through exactly how to use software to look at shit in an investigation. And guess what? How to transfer it, how to give it to the defense and preserve it for fucking court. Transcripts of recordings, digitally enhanced images and video, which it's pretty fucking strict about. Photographs and digital images, videos, and CDs. And there's actually an ever-changing policy on CDs. Turns out, don't use those. Like, best evidence rule? Are you kidding me? So who has to follow these rules? Fucking everybody. It's not a suggestion. This is them pulling the policy to break it down just in case anyone had any fucking questions statewide or locally. And they cite precedent. Now, I'm not going to read 97 pages to you, but this is not only an exact breakdown of what the rules are and the laws are, but there, right there, is the fucking precedent, Massachusetts specific, for why this shit is the way it fucking is. If you go through it, including the large volumes of digital evidence and how it may be shown to a jury, you're going to notice there's a lot of fucking shit that everybody did wrong on the Commonwealth side. So there's a business records exemption. You can also see all the fucking loopholes, and you can see all the confrontation clause, how to fucking walk up to someone and say, hey, give me that evidence. I mean, turns out Alan did everything right. Would you believe it? Special matters related to the use of digital evidence in court. This section covers additional evidentiary matters related to digital evidence which are not included in subsections. And boy, do they go into detail on this kind of shit. They go into possession of CSAM. They go into probable cause and how to fucking get that. Okay, now here's where it gets. Where is it? Right here. Where is it? Did I pass it? Did I pass it? I think I passed it. Hold up. Hey. Right up. Okay, wait. It's above this. They have a whole video thing, and it's very interesting. Some of the stuff. Digital images. Okay, digital image evidence is not subject to the best evidence rule in Massachusetts because these images are not writings. And then it goes on to talk about a court that held that digital images from a computer copied to a compact disc would be considered as originals. So they go through this and they explain that storing and reproducing the data was basically a big argument in this cross-examination. I almost said CX, sorry. This exception to the best evidence rule extends to images that have been transferred from a hard drive to other media such as CDs or DVDs. And it goes on. And then, excuse me, if you duplicate evidence, the breakdown of how to do so. Now, these are all the different cited sources. To see the specific policy, it goes on, and it gives you a little bit of detail in the form of the precedent, but you can actually go to the specific police department and you can see what that policy is specific to that department, because again, these are the minimum standards, but they can be higher than that. And it's very, very interesting to me the amount of rules that they have regarding how the evidence should be handed over to people. I think it's pretty wild. So this is, again, a shitload to read. It even goes into social networks. And it also talks about how you need to be able to find the EXIF data and stuff and all sorts of social media content, but that there is a loophole there that I think is very interesting. And that is that if you can reasonably ascertain that this was at one point in time on a person's social media, even if you can't scrape the data or get a search warrant to prove it, so to speak, if you can find it through a cache or a URL, or you can prove that the image of it wasn't photoshopped, then it can be entered as evidence, which means that all the pictures of McLaughlin and what's her name, Allie, those would actually 100% be admissible in a court of law. However, the text message screenshots, because they were printed out on paper and because they do seem to be altered, would not be admissible. And I think that's kind of fucking crazy, isn't it? Anyway, let's go on to the next thing. So the next thing is this is a body camera task force rule on retention, storage, maintenance, and handling of recordings from body cameras. Now, what I thought was interesting is when I was reading, the reason I even pulled this up is when I was reading about the Massachusetts guidelines that are set forth for state police and local police, they said that all of the policies that pertain to body-worn cameras also pertain to municipalities and departmental CCTV footage and any footage relating to an investigation. And would you know it, murder investigations, they are supposed to retain that footage indefinitely, which means like for fucking ever. They're not actually allowed to get rid of it. That's actually kind of a big deal. And you don't need a motion for preservation if there's a motion for disclosure, which is why Hank always did a motion for disclosure, because it's all encompassing. So I thought that was really interesting. But right here, it says the retention schedule for recordings must be at least 180 days. So it's a minimum of 6 months. So it's not a month, because again, they basically pulled, they pulled the municipal retention schedules from all CCTV and they just applied it to body cams because it was considered the best practice. Okay. The schedule, and this is the schedule for deleting or dumping, data dumping shit. Okay. So the schedule cannot exceed 2.5 years. So it's 6 months less than the statute of limitations, except that it may be more than 2.5 years if court proceeding or for some period of time that evidence is retained in the normal course of a court's business for recording related to a court proceeding. So right there says it may be in excess of 2.5 years. Again, this is about body-worn cam, but it is a duplicate of the rules. And they based the development of these around all of the evidence procedure for audio and visual shit pertaining to trials and government buildings. So I think that's very interesting. Okay, let's move on. And again, I will include all of these because I do have to go soon. And it looks like that video might be taking a minute to upload. So it'll pull up and then I'll get you guys' comments in, like, just put in the comments if you like it more than the regular trial footage, which I will put a link to. And I'm talking about quality wise, like, is it easier to listen to? Okay, so right here, this is the Worcester, Massachusetts policy manual for video security and surveillance. Right here, I am going to include this again. It's a simple 4 pages, okay? But it explains the rank and file and basically the chain of command, if you will. Worcester PD command staff, including the Office of the Chief of Police or designee, may play back recorded video while conducting an official investigation. Other than WPD command staff, the Office of the Chief of Police or designee are the only authorized staff to play back recorded video when searching for evidence of a recently reported incident. And it goes on, and it gives all of the backstory and rules and regulations to how they handle and just play back evidence in Worcester. And I included that so that you can compare it to the other police precincts. With that said, let's move on again. And again, I will show all of these later. Okay. So then we move on to Boston, because I told you guys I want to give you an example of all the different places and what their policies are. Okay, this is for Boston. So they go by all surveillance information is retained in accordance with Massachusetts statewide records retention schedule, which guess what? I just showed you. BPD Rule 322A, retention and destruction of records and materials, i.e. what is the schedule for when you're supposed to data dump, and that does include audio and video department-wide, okay? So that's pretty fucking crazy. Any information related to a crime or an investigation of criminal activity must be maintained in accordance with the schedule and preserved so it can be made available for all discovery during the pendency of a case and any subsequent appeals as required of all public agencies in the schedule. And I'm talking down to the fire department, down to the fucking agriculture department, down to the fucking select boards. Would you believe it? So Boston maintains that they go by the Massachusetts statewide records retention schedule. Now, Worcester doesn't flat out say that. They kind of make their own rules, but their minimum is the Massachusetts statewide retention schedule. So that's cool. Okay, moving on. Next tab, okay? So who decides all of this shit? And how do we know it's real? Because we see the rules that are set forth, right? We see them. But where are they on display, and who basically like promotes them and gives all that data annually to keep the public records in check? Like, because some of these police stations, their fucking shit takes forever to update. Like, excuse me. For example, it turns out Canton's police station, even though like their website says that they're ran by this like civic group, when you toggle with the end of the URL to look at additional bins, it takes you to a WordPress link. So that means they're still using WordPress to like run the police site. And that's kind of outdated and weird. Also under their documents for all their public records and their policies and procedures, there's nothing there. It's just empty. So I thought that was kind of crazy. So where would you go if you needed to know for sure what these departments were doing, what the standard is, like beyond the records retention schedule that I already showed you, which is on the mass.gov website? Just in case you missed it, they put it on the Secretary of State website so that there's no excuses. Okay. And that's what this is. And this is going to give you all the information you need to know, especially page 130. That's where it gets really interesting because it's all about death investigations, reports, and records and what that means and how long you're supposed to maintain it. Now, look at this. Any cases involving noteworthy persons, which, by the way, that's a weird rule to have. Anyone important, okay? So you review by the archives after retention period has elapsed, okay? So, and well, let me start up here. Okay. Documents investigations pursued for the purposes of obtaining evidence relating to criminal acts in the Commonwealth includes police reports, field interrogation, observation reports, investigation notes, research data, evidence, attorney notes, and related correspondence. Death cases such as homicide, up to 50 years after the case is closed. Now, one of the documents on the MSSP site said indefinitely, but whatever, no big deal. 50 years is fine. Retain 35 years after it's closed. So this is how long you're supposed to retain records for investigations, okay? Look at this. Sexual assault, 16 years. Felonies, 10 years. All other cases, 6 years. Special investigations records, retain 3 years and this is just criminal activity surveillance records, which I think this would fall under if they were busting a taillight. Happens to be 3 years or until administrative use ceases. That's very interesting. Because right now there's administrative use going on and it's been exactly 3 years. And it is potentially, according to the defense, their third-party theory, criminal activity surveillance records. So this is kind of important. And it does include background materials, notes, reports, and tapes and photographs. Isn't that interesting? And you know what? This is one of the clauses that has not changed in 2 decades. And I find it funny. See how it says 2022? So what's funny is Hank actually argued and used this in one of the Whitey docs on the appeal. Isn't that interesting? He uses to his advantage. And isn't it interesting? It says exactly 3 years. Wow, that's cool. Anyway, moving on. Next tab. This is the municipal records retention schedule, which is a little bit different. And it includes select boards. Now, I'm not going to get into that because I could go all day on select boards. You know how much I love that shit. But it's 126 pages and it goes down to the police department, the public library. And if you go to police department, you're just going to see a repeat of everything I just showed you. But just in case no one got the picture and thinks I'm fucking shooting rainbows up your ass. Nope, I would never shit you. You're my favorite turd. You can find it here. It will also be on the list. Okay, let's keep going. I thought this was fun. I threw this in here because I did not know there was a police chief magazine. And it turns out there is a police chief magazine. Now, page 100 of the police chief magazine actually explains exactly how IT professionals who run all the cool computery stuff in police departments, how they work, how they save their data, where the data goes, how much volume of data is stored a day. At minimum, look at this. The Seattle, Washington Police Department, which collects over 2 terabytes of video data per day from its in-car and body-worn systems alone, quickly learned that moving video evidence around the department efficiently was critical to serving the public's demand for transparency while also meeting the investigators' needs to view video evidence. I found that interesting because moving that shit around is exactly what can change the files. Like if you're shifting it from one place to another, sometimes you have to change and convert it so that it will upload. Like, for example, if I want to put something in an Ableton and it's an MP3, fine, I can. But if I want to put it in a shitty program like Audacity, fuck, I'm going to have to convert it to a WAV, aren't I? Well, that changes things. So compressing the files changes the quality. And if you have to do that to store it, that's bad. And Police Chief Magazine says sometimes that's what you got to fucking do. The Police Chief, September 2018, the professional voice of law enforcement. Wow. What a stupid fucking looking magazine. Anyway, that's real and that's assault. Moving on. Okay. This is a line of duty death policy, which is important because it is canton and mass specific. Okay. And this is the procedure. But what I found really interesting, okay, is although this policy is intended to address the line of duty death or injury of police officers, many provisions, including death notification and family assistance, may be applicable to any agency employee, regardless of whether or not the death is duty related. Out of all the things I show you, this is one of the things I think everybody should go read, because if you read it and you see that this applies to all deaths of all officers, you will also see that everything everything that is the policy and procedure was not fucking followed for John's death, who was a member of the police, right? What's interesting is Boston Police has the exact same fucking rules. They all do. It's part of the MSSP guidelines for policies and procedures. Anyway, can't recommend that more. Right here, this is accessing municipal police policies. This is straight up how to access everything that you need to fucking access from that school I was talking about. Remember how I told you it's really hard to get records? Well, guess what? A school did a study in August 2024 called Accessing Municipal Police Policies in Massachusetts Using Public Records Requests. And it is 120 pages of pure gold from the Northeastern Law Program on Human Rights in the Global Economy in partnership with the Immigrants' Rights. Thank you, because guess what it does? It explains that it's really fucking hard to get records in Massachusetts, and here's how to do it. Public records requests, legal sources, public records in Massachusetts, government personnel, identifying the recipient of the request, identifying the laws governing the request, defining the substance of the request, selecting the format of the request, understanding the potential fees, understanding response deadlines, appealing. If you want to know how to do a FOIA, let me tell you, this is how you do a fucking FOIA. That link is going to be included. Let's move on. This is the Town of Canton Administrative Code. This is everything you need to know about the rules and regulations in Canton is set forth by the select board and what they are entitled to do and not do. And again, I could fap to this for days. It is a magical PDF. I highly recommend checking it out. It's quite absurd, but it does explain some ethics that were a little violated in the past. Anyway, moving on. That's going to be included in the list. We're almost done. We have 4 more websites to go. Oh, what's this? It's more to fap to. It's the Massachusetts Select Board Handbook. I'm rock hard. This handbook is a comprehensive guide for nearly 1,200 select board members in Massachusetts. In case you want to know how Chrissy be fucking up, this is how you know. And all these fucking old nutsacks run all the other select boards. I had no idea they were a big thing. I hope to one day have my face there. But anyway, thought I'd toss that in for any of you guys who want to be hard as a fucking diamond. Okay. This is at the Forensic Resources Office of Indigent Defense Service. What is this? This is how to file a motion to preserve evidence. What is required when you need to do it. For people that maybe want to get a little Sarah Booney, get a little crazy, do a little pro se shit up in this motherfucker. But also for people who want to make sure their lawyers are giving them a correct and fair fucking shake, doing their best. And it gives some precedent, and it explains suppression of DNA evidence, Court of Appeals, and a sample motion. If you want to see a motion to preserve evidence, what it fucking looks like, and why Hank's a fucking dipshit, allegedly, this is where you want to go. It's the Forensic Resources Center, you guys. It's great. That'll be on the list next. This is probably the most boring out of everything. but it's the American Bar Association, okay? And they made a whole fucking book that's 33 pages long. They call it a book. I don't know why they did, but they did. And it's all about the duty to preserve evidence, just in case you really want to hose hanky with jizz. Okay, last. Also going to be on the list. This is the last, then I got to go. This is the Practical Law Journal. It's got a duty to preserve evidence standard. It tells you why, what, where, when, but most importantly, it tells you what the scope is, and it tells you about metadata and about EXIF data. What needs to be preserved for it to be good evidence. And notice how that says that you have to retain a third-party vendor to implement and manage sophisticated preservation tools. That's kind of like what AJ had to do. And how it is only fair if you are paid back by those motherfuckers for that. And if you think I'm shitting you, you're out of your fucking mind. I would never do that. You're my favorite turd. Anyway, all those are going to be on a list. If you don't believe me, check it out. I'm going to show you later. I do have to go. But I'm going to put up that audio, the cleaned up shit. I want to know what you guys think. Okay? If you like, if you don't like, fine, fuck it. But I'm going to put it up, and then maybe later tonight or tomorrow, probably tomorrow, we can go through it. We can go through all my little notes. Just some quick ones before I go. At 28 minutes, Brennan says, when I showed up in September, the video produced in August was there. The Commonwealth produced this video. I thought, wow, he's very self-aware, or he doesn't realize that can be taken quite literally, because that seems to be what happened. They produced a new version. I thought that was weird wording. I thought it was weird that someone would say articulate. I found that very funny. He said he tried to turn over all video. That's something Hank said. That's interesting, because if that were true, then why was he trying to do it again yesterday? You'd think all video would be there, right? He said there was no motion to preserve videotapes. Well, first of all, there were. And second of all, that's what the disclose motion was. So, what? He also openly admitted that this doesn't relieve the Commonwealth of the burden of having to find this shit. Agreed. So, why go beyond that? Like, why are you still talking at me, Hank? You agree? So we both agree you guys fucked up and it's still on your shoulders? Cool. So you fucked up. So dismiss your tree? That really bothered me. You file motions to reserve within 48 hours or 30 days. No. Actually, no. 180 at minimum. But in this case, it should be preserved forever because of its evidence. And also, it's in a municipal building. So at minimum, what was it, 5-6 years? Interesting. Where's the other? I really want to just show the video. Yeah, Bev says it's overwritten every 30 days statewide, right? Brennan says, yes, Your Honor. Speaking on the DVR and NVR system. It's just not true. So isn't that perjury? Because it's not true. And also, they were the ones who brought it up. I just think it's weird. I'd love to see any documentation that is true. Because everything I saw is nope, 180. Here's the last thing I want to show you. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys my comprehensive list, okay? And this is going to be available for you. And I'm going to show you some cases because he said that he's never seen in 30 years, he's never seen anybody even suggest he would be guffawed. If he'd be damned if he ever saw someone go beyond, what was it, 180 days, 30 days, or 24 or 48 hours for a motion to preserve, right? That's what he said. In 30 years, first of all, time frame's a little off, bud, but okay. But that's what he said, right? 30 years. He can't imagine. He's never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like this, he says. Okay. Well, first of all, this is the comprehensive list that's going under this video, so you guys can have access to everything, okay? It's also going to go in the OSINT cheat sheet as an add-on. Okay, so here are some Canton-specific cases that were beyond the motion to preserve time frame as described by Brennan, who in 30 years had never seen any. Now, these are just 3 out of 27 that are recent, okay? Okay, so Commonwealth versus Bernardo William Luggelle. The file date for this one, and this is a minimum. I'm going to give you a little, a long, and a super long, okay? So this one, the file date was 12/4/2019. That was the file date for, we're filing a fucking charge on this guy for cocaine trafficking 200 grams or more, okay? The defendant's motion to preserve evidence was 9/9/2020, okay? So that's 10 fucking months later. Excuse me. That's 300 days. So that's beyond 180, right, Hank? It's beyond 24 hours, beyond 48 hours. I'll be damned. In 30 years, well, this guy was 10 months later for the motion to preserve to even be filed at all. So there's that. Okay. So then let's go here. This is Commonwealth versus Mason T. Shaw. This is an indictment that was filed on 8/6/2014. It's standard. And again, distribution, but there were a couple of others added on there because he did some Giardia back in his day. Okay. The motion to preserve evidence for this was 7/15/2015. That is 2 weeks shy of a fucking year. Okay. So almost a full year later, motion to preserve kicks in. You see that? You see that? 8/6/2014, motion to preserve filed on, and this is a direct screenshot from Judy Records, 7/15/2015. We were so close. 2 more weeks, less than a month. Fuck. Okay, so right here, this is the crazy one. And by the way, these were back-to-back cases. They were not hard to find. Commonwealth versus Kristian Xavier Maraj. All right. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm sorry. I'm canceled. File date 6/28/2018. Okay. For a firearm carrying without a license. Also a couple of other charges. But listen, 6/28/2018. Defendant's motion to preserve evidence and for discovery of ballistic bench notes filed in 2021. 6/15/2021. That is almost exactly 3 fucking years. 3 years. You never seen that before in your fucking life, Hank? Took me 5 minutes on the Google, which before this day, I never knew. I never knew how to Google. I said, where would I even begin? Immediately, my dumb peanut brain found fucking 3. And in your 30 fucking years as a shill to the man, you can't imagine seeing a motion to preserve. I've never fucking used Google in my life. Shut up, Hank. Get the fuck out of here. Go kiss Whitey on the fucking mouth. On the mushed up mouth. Because they fucking turned him into a pile of sludge. You ding dong. I mean, I plan on going through it. These are just Canton, by the way. This is just Canton cases. Could you imagine statewide? Didn't he work in Boston? Isn't Boston bigger than Canton? Wow. Dog, you wrong, Hank. You wrong. Matt Hardy knows you did it. Anyway, love you guys. You're the best. I gotta fucking go, okay? Because I got shit to go fucking do. I got fucking Hanks to free, okay? Here's what I think we should do. I think we should leave off on some sick-ass jams. And then I got the cleaned up audio almost up. You guys can listen to that comment under that to tell me what you think. You are the best. I love you. God bless. I'm going to put on lo-fi towel jams. I sink into nothingness. I love you so much. Who can bless you? Feel free to exploit me and avenge my name. Goodbye and good night.
Yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders.
Megan, thank you for the $10. Honey, don't. I'm just gonna spend it on moose flutes. I love you. I love baby Jesus. I will never say I love the moon. How dare you try to prank your dad? Okay, love you guys. Bye.
That's assault. That's assault. Break that up. Pop that camera. That's assault. That's assault. Break that up. Break that up. Pop that camera. These people are going to eject you from this line. That's assault. That's assault. It is. You cannot touch me like that. Oh, I will be telling you exactly what happened. Break that up. Break that up. These people are going to eject you from this line. That's assault. That's assault. We have video of her just touching. How did that go? I will. Excuse me. Excuse me. Break that up. That's assault. You cannot touch me like that. Break that up. Break that up. Break that. Break that. Break that up. Break that up. Oh, I will be telling you. Break that up. Break that up. That's assault. That's assault. That's assault. Break that. That's assault. Stop that here. We have video of her just. These people are going to eject you from this line. How did that show? I will assault. It is incredibly appropriate. I will. You cannot touch me like that. That's assault. Break that up. Stop that chair here. You cannot touch me like that. It is incredible. That's assault. Break that up. That's assault. Break that up. Stop that chair. Stop that chair. Stop that chair. These people. These people are going to eject you from this line. Break that up. That's break that up. Break that up. That's assault. Break that up. Break that up. Oh, I will. That's assault. That's assault. Oh, I will be telling you exactly what happened. Stop that chair. That's assault. Break that up. That's assault. Break that up. Break that up. Stop that chair. These people are going to eject you from this line. That's assault. That's assault. It is. You cannot touch me like that. Oh, I will be telling you exactly what happened. Break that up. Break that up. These people are going to eject you from this line. That's assault. That's assault. We have video of her just touching. How did that go? I will be. Excuse me. Excuse me. Break that up. That's assault. Stop that chair. You cannot touch me like that. Break that up. Break that up. Break that. Break that. Break that. Oh, I will be telling you. Break that up. Break that. That's assault. Stop that. That's assault. That's assault. Stop that. Break that. That's assault. Stop that chair here. We have video of her just. These people are going to eject you from this line. How did that show? I will assault. It is incredibly appropriate. I will. You cannot touch me like that. That's assault. Break that up. Stop that chair here. You cannot touch me like that. It is incredible. That's assault. Break that up. That's assault. Break that up. Stop that chair. Stop that chair. Stop that chair. These people are going to eject you from this line. Break that up.